trying to while trying to figure out what we are going to eat because we don't know. But the moment we know what we want to eat, we start thinking about all the ingredients that we need to bring together.
Yeah.
So yesterday I was I belong to a group of someone I also met here on Clubhouse, and we were just talking. So I now told him about me freezing for a while, trying to figure out what I want to do because
When you say
coming
when you
from
say freezing, explain that better. When you say freezing, is it that okay, just explain. I'll let you explain it.
okay, okay, last year that I was going to explain it though.
Okay.
So in 2021, when you have this, let's say a dog that is caged for a long time,
Okay.
and you open the cage,
Mm-hmm.
the dog will run
Okay.
around. Yeah, I grew up training dogs, so I understand this
Okay.
part.
Okay.
Run around, and later on will come back to the cage. Sometimes we'll have our dog go for like 2 days,
Mm-hmm.
then it will come back
Mm-hmm.
to the cage.
Mm-hmm.
So I realized 2021, when I started everything I was doing,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even realize the resources that I had within me.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize the power that I had. I didn't realize that I was doing so much things that
Mm-hmm.
I was just in a hurry to just do so many things.
Mm-hmm.
You get. But when I started coming in contact with people like you,
Mm-hmm.
I started having this kind of rethink.
Okay.
Like, calm down. Who are you reasoning with?
Mm.
You have most of the things that you need.
Mm.
Yes, you need more. Then you asked me one question last year, and if you notice, I did not respond.
Mm.
Immediately I joined this room, that question came back, and I was like, I'm even going to tell my followers that, you see, whenever you meet anybody, if from today, if you are planning to meet the next president of Nigeria, just expect that person to ask you, what are your visions? What
Mm.
do you want to do? What are your goals? And you see, despite me writing down goals, helping people, because of the kind of person that is asking me this question,
Mm.
I realized that I went blank for a while.
Okay.
Then I had to go, sit down, and start talking to myself like, who
Mm-hmm.
are you?
Okay.
What do you want to do? Where are you going?
Okay.
Then I started seeing myself in a new light.
Mm.
Because honestly, even if I did many things I wanted to do last year, I may burn out, I may
Mm.
get tired.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just like, no, 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 no. Calm down.
Mm.
Redefine your steps.
Okay.
And like I said, it helped the energy to
Mm-hmm.
come back.
Awesome.
The energy came even the way I was not expecting it.
So I want to break a few things down. So for those who are just joining the discussion, I just got done like teaching on advanced energetics, energy flows, where right your thoughts go. I just broke it all down for the last couple of, almost half an hour there. So I'm just in a discussion, public discussion, social media. This is when I just come out to just share a little bit highlights, but the full details and programs and classes are available at toyinyumesiri.academy. So let me just you've said a whole lot. In fact, some of the things, the question I had asked, you said I asked you last year, right? It's actually connected to some of the things I've been sharing and teaching on. Let me give you as example on branding. So as an entrepreneur, you're an entrepreneur. I released an article earlier this week on just a accelerated way of branding. There is an entire program and course in my academy, but three questions I always say you need to answer. They are very simple. They sound simple, but they are very difficult. You have to go deeper. I say, who are you? Because it's a question of identity, right? Who are you? What do you do? What can you do for me? And in a way, what you've just said, you flush some of those things out as a mirror. Is that if you don't know who you are, if you've not gone into your own internal world. Don't invite anybody on a journey. You will lose them. You are lost. When you are lost, when you don't know who you are, when you don't have the words to express yourself, and you are publicly inviting people, I can help you. Help you do what? Help me to where? Where are we going? Where are you taking? Like in my book, Mindset of an Entrepreneur, I say you have to have a commitment. You're saying people should follow you on social media. Follow you to where? Follow you to do what? Who would they become if they follow you? Because in a way, you are replicating yourself. The people you follow, the moment they start sharing their thoughts and ideas, they will shape you, they will guide you, you will become them, knowingly or unknowingly, consciously or subconsciously. Part of the challenge, I tell people, you can't be living an unconscious life. You cannot, because you are being programmed, and it's like people are leading you anyway. You will end up where you did not want to end up. But if you want to end up where you want to end up, then you have to be more conscious. You have to have clarity. You have to be more intentional. You have to be more focused. You have to drive your car. It's like, don't let somebody else drive the car. This in today's world, we have cars that can drive you anywhere. But at least program it, say where you want to go. But if you say, car, drive me anywhere, this is how many people are living their lives, right? So I'm going to break down a few of those things you said, but I also want to invite Moji to say one or few things if she has any questions or reactions to everything I shared before previously. And then I'll dive more into what you shared, and I'll provide more guidance for those who need that support. Moji, any thoughts, reaction before I go on? Are you with us or lost in the back end? Okay, go on.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm so happy that my mentor is also here.
I know you're in a busy spot, right? There's a lot of background noise.
Yes, I'm on the road.
Okay.
I'm on the road, so I won't be able to speak much. Yes.
Okay. This is better. Go on. Did you want to say something, or we move on? I know you're busy.
Please move on. I can't really concentrate.
Okay, I get it. Okay, just know you can feel free to type. If you want me to read your thoughts, I can just type it on there. And thank you again for those who are joining. Let me know where you're joining from as well. So you said something, Sidika, about the dog that released. It's also part of today's topic on energetics, right? Is that energy that is not used is being stored and is dormant. And energy wants to flow. Energy wants to be released. Energy wants to move. And like, energy is not supposed to be just stored without being used. When you think about a battery, if you keep a battery and you don't use it, very soon, a couple of months later, it would destroy the container that is holding it. It will leak, right? It will leak because it's not being used. And the same thing is true. So nature practices it. The day you release maybe a lion or a dog, listen, you've been keeping it in a condition that is not normal. This is part of the struggle many people are facing right now. When you think about the world of like employment, jobs, is that the restlessness. This is the struggle that employers are facing, is that there's a restlessness in employees, because for many, many generations, for years in the industrial era, it was very, very easy to keep people bound to a desk. Okay. It was easy to keep humans to say, just do this job, stay at this desk for 8 hours, 9 hours. If you want to eat, go and eat, come back, stay at this desk. And then COVID happened, mobility happened. It activated a dormant side of human nature of being mobile, right? So now you can't cage anybody that has been free. Listen, if you try and bring that dog back to that, they will fight you, they will bite you. Why? Because it is out of our nature for us to be bound and not be mobile. And it has resulted in many, many health issues. Because we as humans, we're supposed to be going out, coming in, go. So actually, the employers that will fix this thing, they will have to rearrange their sitting patterns and the structure of the physical structure of, right? You have to create more mobility and air flows and movement opportunities in your offices for humans to go back to those things. Nobody's going back to that desk and sitting still for 8 hours without the freedom of mobility. Humans were never supposed to be that. Anyway, so COVID-19 2020 exposed Those who have been conditioned, right? They didn't know, many people didn't know that it was unnatural to be sitting still for 8 hours. Now, COVID sent everybody home. Now you are free. You can go to the kitchen, you can see your kids, you can do this, you can do your work. Now you are in charge of your life, and you're like, this is life. I want this life. How do I make this more permanent? Right? So people are now trying to make what needs to be natural anyway. Freedom to move, to be, to do what you want to do, not what somebody else said you should do. But realize education system, the first 20 years of everybody's life, if you were raised in a Western civilization, right? All the conditioning of education was to make you do something that is unnatural, become a job seeker, become an order taker, not to think for yourself. Somebody else will tell you what to do, and you're supposed to just do what they tell you to do. That conditioning was unnatural, but the world succeeded in taking humans that are extremely powerful, extremely energetic, extremely, like, you can do extreme things if you strain, if you focus and if you train yourself. But guess what? The system tamed humans. Okay, education system was there to tame us, to develop specific skills that other people will use. That energy. Remember, I said too, when I was doing that training, I said that if you don't use your energy to power yourself, listen, and everybody needs energy. And many people think, oh, you are being employed for your time. No, you're not being employed for your time. You're being employed for your energy. The outcomes and the results you can generate in an hour, the measurement of that result is what they pay you for. Okay? So when I say expand your capacity, life gives you who you become. It's because when you power yourself with knowledge, capacity, you can generate more energy, you can generate more impact in the world. And that's what the most powerful, successful people can do. This is why you can command the same hour, you get more money. Another person will be like, oh, this dollar per hour, right? It's not that time is neutral. Time is the same. It's a common denominator, everybody, right? But energy, the release of energy and the impact people can have and the work they can do through their energy, okay, is not equal. If a computer can do what you can do faster, the employer wants, to use less energy, more returns, more outcomes. So energy outcome is what is being traded, right? Return on investment. If I invest this, what will I get back? So anyway, I know I said a whole lot. So back to the dog example you gave, is that this is part of nature. If you keep people in unnatural spaces, the day they get freedom, everybody's searching for freedom and safety. I see from Burkina Faso, living in India. Thank you for joining. Sabab Good, family 22226. Thank you for joining. I just wanted to recognize that your comment there. So here's the key. When energy wants to be released, energy wants to be set free. Energy, we were supposed to be free thinking human beings. We're supposed to be making choices freely. We're supposed to be moving where we're supposed to be going, where we want to go, when we want to go, how we want to go. Okay. But when you give up that freedom and you subject it and you give it away to an employer or give it away to a relationship or give it right, then they will control and channel your energy for you. I just dropped something there. If you unpack it, you rescue yourself. If you don't control your energy, if you don't own, if you don't do this work for yourself, and if you don't decide, because there's a lot of work for you to plan and learn how to make the right decisions for yourself. Okay? Even in relationships, women give these things away. Oh, you make the decision of my life for me. You end up where they take you. That's why people say I'm lost. You get lost in a relationship. Why? Because you gave the GPS of your life. You are running a life where somebody else is controlling. Right? Somebody else is telling you what to eat, what to do, who to be, how to be. They are using you to satisfy their own needs. Okay, I'll drop that one there. That's advanced. Okay, too much. But anyway, so when you are released, you like that energy will propel you, but it doesn't mean it is channeled or directed. You will do everything, and in that it is very, very dangerous because you can destroy. This is where people sabotage themselves. Okay, You can do, you just be all over, because now energy is just, you'll be all over. You mean, if you're not guided, if you don't guide yourself, and if you don't subject yourself to the right training, right knowledge, this is what's happening. That there are many things people sabotage, destructive habits, destructive things, because that energy just wants to be used, right? That energy just wants outlets. Like, you've studied too much, it just wants poof, right? So one of the keys, actually the most important thing in the world, is the quality of decisions that people can make. Okay, because your decisions is what channels your energy. The moment you decide, I want this, energy will help you fulfill it. The moment you say, this is what you want, and those decisions can be toxic, they can be positive, they can be negative. Energy doesn't care. Energy is neutral. It is a resource to help you get what you say you want. Okay, so if you make a bad decision, you see bad outcome. If you make the right decisions, okay, you see powerful outcomes. But here's the key: how you secure your decision making process is wisdom. And wisdom comes out of what? A combination of divine knowledge. The more you know about whatever it is you're trying to do, that's why we are supposed to be studying. We are here to study. We are here. Listen, somebody taught you how to eat, somebody taught you how to tie your shoe. You came into this world not knowing nothing. Everything you know now, somebody taught you, or you taught yourself. And what you need to know for a bigger future, you don't know it yet. If you know it already, you'll be achieving everything you want. When there is a knowledge gap, you can't do what you need to do. You came into this world a baby. Somebody taught you how to tie that diaper. This is why people need to be humble. Pride. You think you've arrived. Listen, you don't arrive. Somebody cleaned you up. I'm a mom. So humble yourself. There's a lot of cleaning people need to clean in their mind. You shower, somebody taught you how to brush your teeth. Somebody taught you how to wear clothes. Somebody taught you how to brush your, like, somebody showed you the way, how to hold your spoon, how to eat, how to drive your car. Somebody taught even the knowledge. You went to school. Somebody taught you accounting. Somebody taught you engineering. Somebody took time out to pour knowledge into you. Because if you're in this world and you don't have knowledge, listen, there's very little you can do. So what makes you think now, all of a sudden, you don't need anything anymore? What makes you feel that you don't need any more knowledge? That is the pride. That is the pride. That's why people don't pursue knowledge. That's why people don't invest in knowledge. That's why, listen, you're supposed to be running after knowledge, because knowledge will power everything you want. If you don't know what you're doing and you can't do it, you limit yourself because you don't know. And you need to know more to be able to make the right decisions. The quality of your decision will power, right, your life. Your energy needs you to make the right. And when you make poor decisions, and people are making those types, like if you show up on social media and you scroll for 4 hours, is that the right decision? And that 4 hours got you, it didn't get you closer to where you said you were going. Or maybe you took one step, because this is what also happens. It might help you a little bit, but it didn't help you a lot. So you compensate and say, oh, but I was able to learn this thing. And here's the key: all this micro knowledge, micro scripts being dropped on social media, they are not meat enough. When you sleep at night, your brain will say, you didn't give me enough information to program. That's why I always ask, the last 24 hours, what do you remember? All the hours you spent on social media, that you put on social media, tell me 1 or 2 things you remember from yesterday, and tell me how those 2 things will help you get you closer to achieve success. Now, compound it 365 days, weeks time. You spend a year on social media, you collected micro knowledge. Your brain is now confused. Where do I go? That's it. So you eat here, you eat crumbs here, you now have indigestion. If you eat all kinds of wrong things, your body will spit it out. It can't process it. Indigestion. Because what you actually need is nutrients that will power and and release energy so that you can move. But now people are now more confused than ever. You are following 100 follow, you are following 100 people. 100 people are in your mind. Hey, confusion. How many cooks do you need in a kitchen to cook a delicious meal? 10,000? They are cooking 10,000 thoughts of 10,000 people. It leads to confusion. People are confused today. And when you are confused, how do you make a decision? And when you can't make a decision, energy will pack and wait for you. It's like a car. Your car is ready to go anywhere you want to go. But if you don't activate, if you don't say, car, I'm going to the grocery store, bang, bang, the moment you turn it, the car is there to work for you. Your energy is there to work for you and get you everything you want. But what will power it, the GPS, is your energy. I thought, listen, I'm done now. I've thought in my academy. That's why I say invest in the academy. Learn. The day you learn what you need, you will be empowered. That's what we talk about, empowerment. The only empowerment that really lasts is the empowerment of knowledge, right? That's the, they will tell you, oh, we're empowering women, we're empowering this. Listen, they're actually disempowering them, because anybody that makes you depend on them, they weaken you. You're supposed to depend on your own thinking capacity. Any structure, anybody, any coach, any guide, any advisor, any mentor that makes you depend on them, they don't love you. Because we are supposed to empower, educate people, and set them free. Now, from time to time, you may need to recalibrate. Because this is also, so there are two sides of this thing. Sometimes you get information that will help you for the next 3 months. You run your race. 3 months after, you're supposed to re-energize yourself, recalibrate yourself, learn new things, and then pick up another energy. You'll be energized for the next phase. But many people will pack food that will not last a year. So by the end of the year, they are depleted, they are hungry, they are disappointed, they are lost again. Because food, if you eat food today and you don't eat it tomorrow, the food that powered you today, you have to eat another one tomorrow. That's why knowledge, continuous learning, this is what we talk about, continuous learning, personal development. This is forever. It's a forever work. When you stop it, it rots. There's decay. You stop brushing your teeth every day, guys. A week after, it will stink. You stop renewing your mind. That's why Jesus said, renew your mind. Guard your heart. Out of it are the issues of life. And renewing your mind is a daily practice, guys. Investing and checking yourself. What do I believe? Can I believe more? Can I do more? You stop doing it. Many people are living. They are living today, but the reality in their mind is 30 years knowledge ago. They can't function in today. Because the last time they invested in their mind was BSc, MSc, whatever. But the world is running on psychology, human creativity, ChatGPT. Listen, the world every day renews knowledge. New discoveries are enlightening the world today, every day. People have dedicated their life to uncover new knowledge, new information that will rescue the world, right? Vaccines, drugs. People are dedicating themselves to uncover knowledge from depths, things that nobody knows. Like knowledge is bursting forth every day, innovation. And then you are not learning new knowledge. You are sitting with old knowledge. And the knowledge that will power you and power in the future is not going to be about your BSc, MSc, whatever, CCC. It is what you can uncover, what has been released today. The new information. ChatGPT wasn't in your exam book. AI, blockchain. Knowledge is renewed every single day because that's what propels the world forward, 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 forward. And those who are at the forefront and leading the world, listen, they are making investments that the people left behind in the old world order will never make. So when we say invest in yourself, go to school, learn this, learn that, and you refuse, read book, you don't read, buy it, you cannot help. You're not helping yourself. Many people think it's no, it's not about, listen, it's about powering your, what are you using to power your own life? Your energy, you are powerful in terms of energy resource. You hold energy within you. I'm saying what channels that energy, what aims it, clear it, is your thinking, how you think, what you know, and the wisdom you have to make the right decision that will get you what you want and get you closer to where you say you're going. And when you don't do any of that, listen, energy will pack, car will, like physically, if you keep eating food and you don't use it, if all you are doing is remote control, Netflix and chill, the energy to Netflix and chill is minimal. That's why people who are not in motion will continue to say they are tired, they don't have this, I don't have this, they don't have this. They will always be saying what they don't have instead of using what they have. That is the law, the spiritual law at hand, is that you are supposed to first of all use what you have before you start talking about what you don't have. The little energy you have, what are you using it for? The little resources you have you invested it? Before you start calculating about things you don't have control, the one you have control over, because the day you decide, energy will be released. And the more action you take, more energy will be released, because energy is endless in the spirit space. And even physically, right, we are fashioned so that we can renew energy every day. So when you work hard today and you sleep and you are tired, what will happen? You wake up tomorrow, you will be renewed. Energy is renewed. When you don't have energy, you are done here on earth. Listen, energy is here, is released. God gave you energy to do work. And when you don't do work, energy would be in dormancy. It's like the animal that go into hibernation. Many people are living in hibernated life right now. Survival mode is an hibernated life, and there's little energy released. Right? It's like showing up to soccer and you're only in defense. You're afraid. Fear closes the gate of energy flow. These are the advanced things in my academy, right? Energetics. There's some emotion that they minimize you shrink, they don't flow, but energy wants to flow. Abundance mind, sense of possibility. When you clear your mind, when you do this mindset work, like 12 strategies for winning, when you take it in, listen, this, you will feel you will know you are powerful. I know that when you come in contact with me, you sit with me 1 hour, 2 hours, the next week you will be activated, because the knowledge I just shared, right? Your energy, the energy you carry, when I share knowledge and insights, okay, with you, your energy will say, that's it. We now know what to do. All of a sudden, your battery kicks in. All of a sudden, it releases into your spirit. All of a sudden, your spirit is like enlightened and say, let's go. Okay, I know. You sit with me for 1 hour, you will have a sense of possibility. Because I'm spewing. This is what powers my own life. I can't be doing. Listen, go to toyumesiri.com. Okay, the only way you can do all these things is what I'm just sharing a little bit of those secrets with you. And in my academy, you can learn more. Okay. Those who hear will hear. Those who don't, that's okay. We can't force anybody to take in this thing. It's anyway. Let me give Mojisola. Do you want to talk now or not? I saw you on the phone call before. But if you are still busy, we'll move on to Miss Sidikat. Any other reaction before I start closing now? And Mr. Dakbo, thank you for being here. Feel free to join the stage if you want to ask a question or contribute. Over to you guys. Sidikat.
Yes, I'm with you.
Good.
In fact, you you really said a lot, and I'm so happy that even though that's just one thing that I love about talking to you. I may take it to this direction. You always find a way to bring it back home, and I'm so happy that I'm just like, today I must join this call.
and back home, Sidikat, back home, yes. When I bring it back home, I bring it back to your doorstep. Your own responsibility. Because many people are trying to outsource their responsibility. I will not, when I coach people, I do not take responsibility. I will never, ever, ever, I'm not responsible for your life. A coach is not responsible for your decisions. A coach is not responsible for your indecisions. No. What we are going to do, you see that GPS, right? We want to help people program it, reprogram it. That is it. That is all I want to do. Because if we program with right knowledge, information, branding, marketing, mindset coaching, listen, the people who graduate from my program, you will see them on TV. Because the moment you can program and delete all these viruses, all this belief system that is keeping you bound, the moment you can identify them, delete it, because they are in your subconscious right now. They are running your life. I'm saying, it's like taking your car to the mechanic. The mechanic is not responsible for what you do with your car. But when you bring it in, the mechanic will say, we need to change the tires. Let's change the oil. Let's clean it up. Let's make sure it works. And guess what? Here is your car keys. Run it again. Some people will run it well. But remember, even cars need to be renewed, to be oiled. Our mind needs renewal. Because the more you do this work, you get tired. You can get frustrated. You have to go back. This is why it is a discipline. It is a meditative discipline. And so when people, this is also something that happens on social media. When people encounter maybe my work or something, they'll be like, Toyin, I will follow you. They will say they are following. I'm saying, you can follow me for 10 years. If you don't complete the program, it's okay. I am showing up. I will show up. I will keep reminding people. Or if all you want is piece by piece, that's okay. That is your decision. But I will keep on telling you the full program to rewire, to do all this work, to discipline yourself. The 10 weeks is there, is waiting. But if all you want to do is just piecemeal, that's okay. That's okay. You can dose it little by little. That's okay. But it's a decision and it slows the pace of excellence. That's why school, they will tell you, you need to focus 5 years. 5 years of focus before you can become, right? How many years of focus before you can become a doctor? Even more than 5 years, right? How many years before you become because if you don't focus, many things out there in social media is making you lose focus. Everything is stealing your focus. That's why my academy is a space where when you enter, you focus, you read, you study, you do assignments. And out of that, you will then reorganize your life. You'll be like, okay, this is how we want to do this. This is what we want to do. This is my brand. This is my marketing strategy. This is how I'm going to think. This is how I'm going to network. This is how I'm going to pursue this, pursue that. You can then design that life, and then your energy, more energy will be released to power it. Excuse me. So a coach, I'm not listen, I refuse to do. That's why for me, I'm also recruiting and looking for people who are ready to focus. Right? We are in a time on social. The reason I don't teach on social media, I will come, I'll do all this stuff. I know you're getting, a lot of insights. But the reason is that social media, many people don't focus. They come in, they go out. They eat this, they go. I'm like, stay steady. Steady. The social media platforms, they will tell you piecemeal. Listen, how many clips will I cut from this now? I'm not even doing that work. They put you to work. They put everybody to work. But those who want to achieve unlimited, you have to focus. And until you are ready to focus, skip here. The skips you did, you can skip for January to December. If you don't focus, it's only the things you focus on that will get you outcomes. And until you focus on your future, until you focus on your life, until you prioritize everything you want to achieve, and you focus on doing the work every day, and you commit and you're consistent, you don't see what you want to see. If you don't show up for it, it doesn't, right? It needs to show up. You show up for it so that it shows up, so that the life you want can show up. I will keep on saying this thing because this is what's going on. January to December, at the end of a year, by December, I will tell you this so that you bear me with it. When you wake up in December and you ask yourself, what did we create this year? What impact did we make this year? What legacy did we build this year? What were the outcomes of I'm telling you, hold yourself accountable for what the answers are. Because the results that you can assess and determine by December is based 100% on the decisions you made and the things where you spent your time, energy, and resources. You did that to yourself, and God is watching. Energy is waiting. Your car is waiting. Where are we going? If you don't tell yourself by December, and this is what I want to have achieved. This is our business. This is how we do sales planning in business. We say businesses do not just run aimlessly and use resources and people, and they don't know, they don't have clarity, they don't have direction. Nobody does that. Businesses set a target for their year because time is an opportunity to generate outcomes. And outcomes requires action, and action requires energy, and energy requires direction. Okay? Businesses, they will set their targets. They will say, this is the money we want to make, and this is how we are going to make it, and this is what we are going to do to make it. And that plan is what drives where they put their time, energy, and resources. You won't see them show up randomly. But many people in their life run your life as a business. Can we say that? What is going to be your return on investment? Energy is there to serve you, and it will be released more. The more you want, the more energy doesn't end. But if you don't use it, you will see that it's limited. The way you open up energy is to use what you have, and more will be given. Use what you have, and more. Before you know it compounds. It compounds. This is where power comes from. You become more powerful, more powerful, more powerful, more powerful. Why? You show up to the gym, you use the little energy. Listen, the first day you show up, you use everything. You're supposed to use everything. You go. Come again, use all your energy. You will sweat, 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 but it is doing what? It is powering you. Do you understand? Your muscles are growing. Why? Because you are using what you have to create more. Energy creates more. When energy goes into this process, it doesn't come out equal. It grows. I'm not going to talk too much because you are making me talk. Listen, I serve my people in my academy, but anyway, I'm done. Sidika, do you have any? But if you have any question, I will help you. If you have question, I will answer. But if no questions, I'm closing this out. Sidika, go on.
Fine.
Go on.
Fine. I'm fine. No question. No question. I'm fine. I'm just glad that I came in today.
Yes.
Mojisola is part of my mentee. That's what she was trying to say.
Awesome. Awesome. Mojisola, last words as I'm closing out now. I know you're in a busy place, but anyway, feel free to reach out again. The link up above goes to toyinumesiri.academy. If you have any questions, check it out. Tons of resources. Listen, nobody has any excuse any day anymore. If you are still living out, oh, because of this, I cannot do this. This person is making this is listen, that stuff is the fake stuff. It's a lie. If you are still lying to yourself that it's because of this thing you are not doing this, because I don't have this, it's a lie. You're lying to yourself, and guess what? All the lies is still creating the reality. If you believe you can, it is true for you. If you believe you can't, those who are out there is because they believe. And so energy supports their belief, and energy helps them turn their belief into reality. Your reality is based on what you believe. Jesus said it, your faith made you whole. If you believe you will be healed, listen, energy will be released to help it come into reality. And if you believe nothing is there, then so your belief actually, it activates energy source to you. Your belief, your focus, what you want, your desire, the stronger they are, they will pull help. They will pull people like me. I'm a catalyst. I'm here to help people accelerate their journey to success. I know my role. I also know what I will not do for you. What I will not do for you is I will not jump on the treadmill. You want to lose weight? Jump on the treadmill. You don't jump on the treadmill. I'm looking at you. Me too. I need to do my own work. Oh, that's the thing. You jump on the treadmill of life, of your business. You want to build your business? You will build it, not me. But I will equip you. I will guide you. I will coach you how to do it. Listen, the greatest in the world, LeBron James, and they are, you don't even see their coach, because their coach is not in their game. He's not going to play their game for them. Messi, all this, Ronaldo, you see the player, right? Not the coach. So I don't need to be, you own your life. You're going to run your race. You're going to play your game. I'll give you your game plan. Listen, the coach will tell us this is the game plan. Who is the defender? Who is the who is the striker? The coach will give the plan, and then when they blow the whistle, boom, the coach doesn't join the game. But the performance of the player is shaped by who coached them. Right? The performance of the player in the game. Let God coach you. Let the Holy Spirit coach you. Let Toyebe your performance will reflect if you listen, if you are coachable. That's it. Thank you so much. See you around, guys. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Have a wonderful weekend. It's been a great week. Bye.